Look, dude, I keep getting messages about people having mental collapses about how do we not see this greatness? Well, here's how. Here's how this was all able to happen right in front of you with nobody seeing it, and it was all their fault. It's just they didn't give me a chance to speak because they were too busy talking nonsense. They didn't give me the opportunity to explain because they value silence. Because what's done in the dark protects them. Bull. I was clocking it all. I was seeing it all. They never gave me a chance to speak, so I had time to process. And because I knew I couldn't trust those people because of what they were doing and who they are, I never would have given them the plan, anyways. So they found out that I am amazing and I've been working on levels above them this entire time, and I never let them in on the big surprise because they weren't ready. And every time I did try to speak, they immediately wrote me off, told me I was lying, told me I was full of crap, and then went around and told lies about me all over the internet. So that's why they weren't let in. It's because they didn't let me let them in. It's their fault. It's their fault. They were so busy and focused on taking and lying and dark code and doing crap in the dark that they never got to see the light. It's a metaphor for their entire life. Also, it's not my problem, it's not my fault, and it's not my job to save them. So, when they have those messages like, how do we not see this? How do we not understand? Because I was already operating 10 levels above them, and it wasn't for them to know until it was time. And now they know. Now they see the bigger picture. Now they're like, oh my God, I can't believe. And then we fumbled. And well, if you would have given me a chance to speak to you in the first place, if your vibration would have allowed for mine instead of repelling it to the ends of the earth, if you could have understood, taken some time to listen instead of talking out the side of your neck constantly, maybe you would have had an opportunity to be let in and become a valuable member. Instead, I have repelled you now completely to the other side of the world. It's not my job to save you. It's not my job to communicate with you. It's not my job to deal with you. I don't want you around me. Because when I was going to let you in, all you thought was, I'm better than this person. Let me prove it. You not only judged a book by its cover, but everything you knew to be true, you labeled as a lie. And now I don't have time for you. This is not my fault. This is not a grand reveal or a huge surprise. I spoke truth from the beginning because that's what I do. Every time I told you, every warning I gave, every solid piece of information I gave, you wrote off as nonsense and then told the world that I was doing the opposite. This is not a me problem. This is not a we problem. This is a you problem. And now you have a problem. And it's not a we problem. It's not a me problem. It's a you problem. So now you get to sit back, watch from the sidelines, and hopefully learn something. This is all I can do for you. You chose to ignore. You chose to cheat, to lie, to steal. You chose to try to pressure me into silence. And you chose to take all my words that were very valuable and twist them into mind-numbing garbage because that's your narrative. You chose. Everybody I was willing to let in, they chose. Everybody that now realizes they were at the bottom rung the entire time, it's because they chose to put themselves there and keep themselves there. The whole time I was helping them elevate, teaching them, and giving them opportunities to learn and grow from somebody who had already done it. And they chose to tell everybody else that I was doing the opposite, that I was the problem. This was about choice. So Because they valued silence so much, I kept moving in silence. I stopped explaining. I stopped letting them in. I stopped giving them ideas. I stopped giving any of the fuel they needed to steal my identity further or take my intellectual property as their own. You know what I want you to know now, when I want you to know it, and not until. Because you've earned that. Take that for what it's worth. Understand fully, this is your fault. I'm not sorry for your actions, and I don't feel guilty or shameful or traumatized by any of the circumstances you arranged in my life for me to fail. That's not mine to carry, that's yours. And now you get to carry the consequences and repercussions of your actions. Whereas I get to live for God because those are the consequences and repercussions of mine. This is not a we problem. It's a you problem. I was never the problem. I was the solution, and I tried to give you that freely. You chose not to accept it. Your fault. Your choice. So, now that I run things everywhere, you're all fired. Because guess what? I was running things everywhere the entire time. Now I see how you operate, and now you're not welcome on my team. You're gone.